Welcome to another video. You notice the title. Where I'm sitting at in life, design, and motivation, which is where I want to start with right now, is school. How I would learn graphic design from school, and it was incredible. It is incredible now. BCTC I'm going to, the school has given me incredible knowledge through program that they have there, and it has helped me tremendously to learn so much about graphic design, along with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. And I've learned so much, even just a little bit from high school with InDesign, and then also with just a touch of Photoshop on during high school. It was, and then all that together with school here, with college. It's incredible. I've learned so much, and I'm going to school debt free, learning what I want to do, and it's something that we all should do. Thank you for, on a good note, with building a good foundation to start with, and that's what you need to do. Anyone at a young age, but set forward a good foot forward on what you have going on in life, just anything, and it's something that we all should set foot on and realize, because some people are just like, we'll think about it later, but it'll come back quick. It'll come quick. Graduation will come quick. Going to college will come quick. Turning a certain age will come quick, and you'll never have time to just do what you want to do. And what you want to do is be proactive. And so what got me closer and understanding of how graphic design came through and found me, YouTube videos. Was creating YouTube videos when I was a little, maybe around 8 or 9, or even close to 10 or 11. I was creating YouTube thumbnails, and I was wanting to know how to create them just on my phone. And I just looked up on YouTube, and a bunch of people just showed up on that search, and I watched so much videos, downloaded so much stuff, packs, Adobe Touch or Adobe Photoshop Touch on the phone, Android, and it was kind of like a search. I watched so much YouTube videos that, I felt drained at some times, and it kind of got to me a little bit when it was kind of strenuous. But I was like, you know what? At the end of it, there will be a change, and I would learn so much in creating so much that I think it would be incredible to know. Designing thumbnails would be kind of the big thing that brought me into graphic design, was how that started, and how just doing YouTube videos and trying to create thumbnails that would pop out, that would show interest for people to click. And it was incredible, and that's how I kind of drew into graphic design, and how I wanted to do Twitter headers and also logos starting out. Very big on that, on headers, and it was something that I saw people doing, and they were like, oh my god, other people out there were incredible. They were doing so much incredible things on their phone, and I was like, wow, it drew me into it. So that's where I kind of set foot on that end, and it was incredible, I think. So that's where I stand on design in that aspect of when I was younger, and how it kind of drew me into it, and it was incredible. I think it was. So that's number 2. On to number 3. So on to number 3. This is just something that I wanted to say, that things can get hard, and sometimes things can, when you have a job and school, and then you have things that you have responsibilities, things you have to keep up, things you want to do, things you want to achieve, goals, there's so much things that are going on in this world that, it draws your focus away sometimes, and that's what kind of, takes things to the next level for people that are young still, and trying to understand where to put where I said before was where I should put a good foot forward. Well, try to look through setting a good foundation, and a foundation could be anything. It could be reaching a small goal, and building from that, and branching off, and just experimenting. It really is experimenting and organizing and keeping things neat, and then go from there. I mean, wake up early, set a plan, set something up, be able to organize your life through consistency, discipline, many other things that could apply. Not only those two things I said, but many things: organization, focus on certain things. You write a goal. Let's walk 10K steps for a week, and you just have it all on that checklist, and you check it off every time, and you do it. You just do it, and you get it done as soon as possible, and you feel the relief, and you're like, oh my goodness, wow, I did that. And then a month later, like, wow, I feel incredible. And then the next step is you do certain things, and you take that next step every time. But there's always sacrifice, and it's something that you gotta always do, no matter what. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt everyone. It's gonna hurt anything that's around you. But sacrifice is something that is big. It can change you. It can change anything. It just takes discipline and consistency to be able to do things, and that's when sacrifice comes in, and it hurts. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just comes and goes. But I do have a saying here on this paper that I want to say. I would not remember this at all. Not gonna lie. But an ultimate saying for sacrifice: never fear jumping if you know what's on the other side. The greater risk, the better opportunity arises. Y'all didn't learn how to swim by not being in water, right? Just jump in, and that's what it is with the graphic design that I had, and being able to do it on my phone. Was I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to put things together and make it incredibly unique in my way. You just got to jump in. I didn't know how to apply this application of design on a software that I didn't know that was out there. It's called jumping in, doing research. Something that you have to do is you take that risk or that sacrifice that you had done to be able to do something bigger. So that's all something. That's one thing that's big, is sacrifice. Being able to do something that's better for you, better for what you can do, and just all in all, it's incredible. It's something that we all should do at a young age, starting out with anything, any industry, content creation, design, anything that arises through creativity and creation, is taking that risk or using the sacrifice that you've done by not going out to party, nothing bad that you ingest or consume. Don't do things that are dumb. Just don't at all. Get rid of explicit things like either music or videos that are explicit. Get rid of it. No junk food. Just drink water. Eat healthy. Do the things that that take sacrifice and that are very risky. That I wouldn't say eating healthy is risky or drinking water, but getting rid of it can be a big risk or a sacrifice, because you've been indulging in it. It's been a habit. It's been everything. So I think being able to take that sacrifice and jump in for anything you have to do is something that we all should do, and it's something that's incredible. So sacrifice. One big thing also is knowing your limits and what can be controlled and what can't be. In the sense of this world nowadays, it's things that can be controlled. Sometimes it can be not controlled. The way you think can be controlled. The way you eat can be controlled. The way you move can be controlled. Just know your limits and know what you can do, so that when you do reach a limit, by, let's say for example, you go for a walk and your leg's starting to hurt and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this any longer. You say, let's just call my buddy and pick me up. No, well, if you want to reach a goal by exceeding your limits, well, you got to do that. You got to know your limits. So when you do reach that aspect of walking or running or doing anything for a certain amount of miles, you want to reach a milestone, don't you think? You want to feel better, but all of a sudden it's like that feeling that sets in. You're like, oh, that regret or the pain or whatever that comes through is just grouching at you, saying, no, you better quit, you better fail, you better do not do this again. That's just your mind. Know your limits and control it. There's things that you can control, and then there's things there's not. What you can't control is the way people think. Well, so whenever people have things to think about, well, just let them think about it. Let them think that you are failing. Let them know that you are this and that, and you're like, oh well, and just move on. Just life is life. Just know your limits and continue. Like I said, just be thoughtful with yourself and just be disciplined altogether. It's something that we all should do, is be thoughtful with ourselves and then also be disciplined as well. It's something that we all should do. I'm trying to learn it. We're all trying to learn it. I'm young. I gotta learn it anyway, I gotta learn it. We all should do. We all should do that too. By getting up in the morning, make your bed, drink plenty of water, because you're dehydrated after fasting for how many hours? 7 or 8 or even 9 hours, and you're waking up early and you're doing the things you need to do. Is being able to get replenished, being able to get up and going, and being able to make your bed, work out, read, journal, starting the day, getting that job done. It's something that we all should do. Be disciplined and being able to do things that you need to do. And you may not like it, but at the end of the day, if you make it home to a made bed, I mean, shoot, you can't blame that. You just come home to a made bed. I mean, well, I would love that. I would completely love it, but it's something that we all should do, and we all should be disciplined into that nature. Because sometimes people lose focus and they fall in a rabbit hole, and that's not good. I could say that for at least, because I've been in a rabbit hole for a good week, and it felt bad. It just, it's something flipping a switch, and you're like, I don't like this. Just sitting around and doing nothing. You gotta be productive. You gotta be doing something. You gotta build a relationship with yourself. Finding that root cause and being able to be on it. That's the thing. So be true to yourself and be disciplined. And then, like I said, this is also with knowing your limits. Know your limits, but keep your boundaries strong. It's something that, when you're burnt out, you gotta know your limits. You gotta find that root. You gotta find what's happening, the crazy things that happen just with that. And then creativity comes with a price, and also just never knowing the outcome and finding what that root cause is and why you're burnt out. Are you pushing yourself too far and working long hours on the chair, on the computer, or is it not consuming enough water? You're dehydrated and you're groggy and you're groggy. There's certain things you gotta get that root cause. You're like, well, I'm not doing that bad, but it's just long hours and being able to, just sit back and relax. But what is the root cause? Well, you're relaxed, you're sitting there for long hours, and you're dehydrated, and you're just doing nothing. Well, not just doing nothing, but creating and everything. But it's just being able to find that root cause and building from that is something that's true. We should all know about that, and it's something that builds in us. It's a callus. You got to build that callus within your mind and with your heart and with everything in your soul. So it's just being able to not get burnt out and not taking that too far. In other ways, never do that in the gym. Never be burnt out. You gotta keep going. You gotta push to failure. Let's just say absorption can be something that can be very useful in a creative sense. I wrote here, says, absorb with what you see and find inspiration everywhere and explore your area with a design or an idea to find a taste and be yourself. But take those into it. absorb what you see. So absorb what you see around you. If you go to a bus station, or if you go downtown in your area, you see certain typography, or you see certain, you brush up on a conversation with a friend of yours, and you find out what things are going on, and see things just around you. Just absorb it. Just kind of absorb and see what you see, and that can bring up more things. And that's what I have done. I've absorbed everything that I've seen, and I've seen different things that, over the years, maybe during different trips, going to DC, seeing different typography, just exploring and finding things when I go out for my walks, or anything I do, go to work, or I'm like, wow, this person said this and this and this. I'm like, I learned something. I learned something new. Being able to absorb and use it, and finding that root that can sprout and be like beautiful things, with creation, or with what you have to do in your spare time or hobbies. So just anything, just absorb it. Also, I wanted to also bring in with my this video here is by letting you know about my videos that I have created for Instagram. Just me being into fit, like creating motivational shorts and everything. And finding creativity comes within on the move, but to become better mentally and physically, as it helps refuel your ignition for design. It's something that we all should have, is to reignite something in our mind for creativity, for designing, and for anything that comes up. It comes with the grain of salt, and just it pops up, and you're like, oh wow, I should do this and this and this. But there's things that are trendy, and you're like, let's just twist that and find it, find an ignition, creativity, change the color of the wheel, or something, that boosts creativity in just itself. And it's something that we all should do, is reinvent that wheel. I've been taught that through high school, through going through a yearbook, and it was an incredible advice from the teacher itself. And I want to thank you, Dan Roof, for everything you've done, saying reinvent the wheel, because I can very say that it does help. And being able to use a hierarchy and everything, it's incredible. But also, like I said, the shorts videos for motivation and being fit, and mentally and physically, it's something that has changed me and found me wanting to do more, and it helps me reignite that design in my brain, and refuels it. So like right now, it's about to be summer, spring, or springish summer. That start of reigniting that design wheel, and being able to bring more to you guys, and being able to let you know that we all should show what our work is, and being able to bring that closer. It's something that's incredible, and it's just something. So reignite that wheel. I also want to read this from my book here, because I'm like I said, I would not be able to remember this. I was jotting down craziness last night. So through this journey, I also said to myself, I wanted to express a voice in my work, and find a way to express a view to break the decline in many aspects of this life, or anyone's life, and what's popular. So being able to set a voice out for my design work, and for whatever my purpose is through this work myself, is I want to express incredible aspects in life, and also with what's popular, what's going on in the world, whatever color is the brightest, whatever things that bring up the most out of my curiosity, and what can bring me closer to different aspects of what's going on in life and what's popular. Just general and simply wanting to be able to enjoy and expressing a voice, a purpose, a drive, a motive to express love, courage, strength, anything and everything, all in my work, and be able to let people know about that that is incredible, and that we all should have that. We all should have that drive. We all should have that motive to bring a voice, to bring a view or a perspective on certain things, and we all should do that. It's a free will. It's a free thing that we all should do, and it's something that can bring anyone and everyone and even a community together, and it's something that's huge. It's huge, and I also wanted to bring that, and also wanted to bring this finding a break and creating personal work and creating things to enjoy, and that's what I wanted to also bring in with being able to create personal work. It's something that we all should do, and it also brushes up on our work that we all should do, is being able to create logos, headers, or anything to brush up on the ideas of what we ingested and being able to express that through art, through design. And there's also a whole argument by Jesse Nyberg about the design and art altogether. I want to say a big shout out to him by expressing that and giving his idea on design and art aspect, and being able to at least push that together and let people know that, you know, design or graphic design itself is art, because, you know, it can be blasted out onto an advertisement from creating it on a computer. You know, nowadays you can do certain things with just a flip of a switch, and it can be done. It can't be done with your thought or your brain. You know, it's about to be with AI, and it's crazy how that's going close and hand to hand with what's going on with graphic design, and then what's popular and what's trending. And it's kind of bad. It's almost taking away the jobs, or not even jobs, the hands of graphic designers. So, not just yet, but it's getting closer and closer to that, and I don't want that, nor does anyone else do, and that I wanted to keep in mind, and for everyone here to keep in mind. I also wanted to add about social media. And social media has opened up to inspiration on the go, and even finding many ideas for life goals and learning things that no one knows of. You know, being able to use social media was incredible. Being able to, you know, blast yourself out there and let people know and show your portfolio, and finding different people in the community to connect with and spread ideas and let people know who you are and what you want to do, and your purpose is something we all should do. If you're drawing, painting, doing graphic design, or you're creating houses, or anything, construction with buildings, and just anything in general with art and just lifestyle, you gotta always have a mentor, or at least have a community to also be with. And I think social media has done that. Something you have to do is also switch social media and separate it sometimes, time to time, and not be, you know, on there too much, or else, you know, it's like with life, and how you have people that want to be around with you, you know, 24/7, 365. You gotta spread yourself out. You know, you gotta step away. You gotta have time to yourself, and you gotta find that push to keep going. And it's something that we all should do, is kind of space it out with graphic design and social media. You also want to use it wisely, and you also want to use it sparingly, so that you don't overwhelm yourself or get burnt out, like I said. And it's something that social media has done, and it does. It's addicting. It's something that that has been, you know, pushed through the algorithm for many and many years. I would say maybe 10 to at least 15 years, with at least a bunch of algorithms that they're trying to, you know, just rotate in our minds, and letting that mind go wild. We should also question whatever we have that's going in the world, and it's something that we all should do. Social media, just separate it. I say thank you so much for enjoying what I have to say. It's something that I want to express everything, where I'm at and what I'm doing, and what I find with work and with designing, and also with content creation, all three together. It keeps you busy. It keeps you away from things that you don't want to do. It's just something that we all should do. I just want to say thank you. Please like down below if you enjoyed this video, and also leave your opinions down below of what you think that I said is something that you think is very useful or what can be used in the future. I want to say thank you guys so much for your watching this video. This is going to be one in a million videos that I think will kind of ignite and reignite that wheel that I think we all should do. And I just want to say thank you again. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and peace out.